Peace. Let me see what's going on with YouTube. Hopefully, no hiccups. Yeah, salute to everybody. This is Poe. I'm back for another one. I was debating whether I should come on or not. Those be getting me heated, and I think they do it on purpose. Basically, what Don D be saying when somebody try to grief you, try to grief me. How's it going, Boxing Line? Salute. I appreciate you popping through. Yeah, people try to grief you because they're like they get upset that I'm so consistent and I'm adamant about what I'm doing. And they keep saying you're complaining, you're crying and stuff like that. I want a boxing game. If you don't want a boxing game, you ain't gotta listen to my show. You ain't gotta listen to me. Even when I'm in the Discord, you could skip by me, you could block me. You ain't even gotta see what I'm saying. It's crazy for people to get upset at somebody that wants the game to be better. That shows you their mentality. They literally go out their way to attack me. They go out their way to attack me. Then we say, "Oh, you're emotional. You're emotional." I'm not emotional. You don't know what emotional is. Then, if you think I'm being emotional, if you really think I'm being emotional, you do not know me. The way I talk might seem like I'm being emotional, but you do not know me. Trust me. If I was emotional, I would have probably cracked this screen. That's emotional to me. That's emotional to me. You do the thing, it makes me laugh because that's a psychological thing. They say certain words to make you be quiet. They want you to be quiet. Oh, you complain too much. You're doing this, you're doing that. But then you hear the same person, they have things to say that is wrong about the game. But the thing is, they don't want you to have input. And that should make a company scared. Like I keep telling them, everybody want one mode. No, I want the company to have options. There should be options in any game. You want as big of a fan base as you can get. Everything should be represented for each mode accordingly. But people, they like, you just keep repeating the same thing. Patterns get memorized. You say it once, nobody will memorize what you're saying. Patterns. Like when people be saying, well, they got a feedback section. The developers be going through that. No, they don't. They're not going through all of those posts that people are making. They're not. I think the closest they came to doing something like that is when Steve was there. The closest they came to that. And shout out to Jay Chef for trying to keep it up. But the developers ain't looking at that stuff. Come on now. And my thing is, everybody shouldn't have a say in how a game is made. Stop letting these fighting game fans have a say in what boxing is. Stop letting these fighting game fans have a say in what this game should be. Boxing is not a fighting game, it's a sport. Yes, you can fight in boxing, but it's not fighting. I know that went over a lot of people's heads. Go in the gym and call somebody a boxer or fighter. Some of them gyms, especially in Philly and Newark, call somebody a fighter instead of a boxer. Some people get offended at that. And people get mad at me because of what I know. Like somebody, I'm not going to say the name, but somebody was like acting like I was trying to disrespect him because I could have been real disrespectful. What's up, Leafy? I could have been real disrespectful. They're talking about, well, I box, I know tech and stuff like this. Man, you're younger than my son. I think he's 23 or 24. My son is 25, about to be 26. So you telling me you know more about technology than I do? You telling me you know more about technology than I do? I grew up on gaming. Gaming started in my era. Gaming started in my era. I know what I'm talking about. Everything's well, Leafy. Yeah, gaming started in my era. So that's my era. So when people say, you're too old to be playing video games, that's the people above me. Because that's not what they did. That's the people that's generation before mine. So when y'all be saying stuff like that, y'all sound stupid. Then the Joker said, well, I boxed. Man, you only had 1 or 2 fights. Facts. I had over 20 fights. Facts. I was 3-time Diamond Glove champ. Facts. I was 3-time Golden Glove champ. Facts. I was New Jersey State Heavyweight champ 3 times. Facts. I went to England and I knocked out the opponent who had over 56 fights and only had 12. Facts. So when you try to do that, measuring who knows what or anything like that, stop, man. Stop. It's like it's like he pulls himself in so he can disrespect me. And it's crazy. I know y'all like, Dad, Poe, for the last 3 days, you've been you ranting and raving. Because it bothers me because when you respect somebody, then it seems like they do that just so they could get in enough. It's like they're getting enough to grief you. It's almost like Ark. People be acting like they're your friend and everything. Y'all be killing things and everything. Y'all killed the queen and everything. Soon as y'all about to extract, the Joker kill you. That's what I'm talking about. Jokers be doing some weirdo stuff. I'm like, yo, if you don't like me or anything, block me. You ain't even got to respond to me. Ignore me. And saying I'm getting emotional. Like, you're being emotional. Man, come on, man. For one, how you going to tell me I'm emotional and you don't really know me? What you see as emotion, like you saying I'm being emotional now, not at all. That's not emotional to me. To me. It might look like emotional to you, and that's dangerous to you. That's dangerous to you. Y'all be saying stuff like, who's measuring who's Peter longer than the other? That's what y'all basically trying to do. Well, I did this and I did that. My thing is, every once in the blue moon, I'll say, well, I was, I boxed and I did this, and I'm decorated amateur when somebody asks me. but you make it your duty to put certain things out. Stop trying to prove who you are, because when you prove who you are, people still don't care. People still don't care who you are. You could be the president of the United States cousin. People don't care. A measuring contest. That's what they all do. 100%. And it's crazy. It's like they're trying to be better. Hey, you can't be better than me. Yeah, I got this. I got these privileges and stuff like that. I don't care about that stuff. I don't care about that. It's like when people say that I repeat, this is the funniest part in the world. When people say I repeat myself all the time in the Discord and Twitter and all these different places, but for some reason you're there in these conversations. So that means you're there, constantly being there, listening to people repeating. Why are you still there? Why are you still there? That's crazy. You know, I just hope, I really want Steel City to succeed. I really do. Because to me, if they succeed and make a great game, it makes other companies want to make a great game. If they succeed and make a great game, it makes other companies want to make a great game. But from the way they're silent and all that, it doesn't look good. It really doesn't look good. The silence is too loud. The silence is really loud. Let me see. Give me a second, y'all. I thought this was gonna be a good day. It threw me for a loop. All right, let me see. Give me a second. All right. Where is Steel City at? The silence is deafening. Let me ask you something. When a studio goes quiet, is it strategy or is it avoidance? Because right now the silence feels loud. Where is SCI? Daggone. Where is SCI? Not rumors, not Discord pop-ins, not vague reassurance. Where's the leadership? Where's the roadmap? Where is the clarity? The silence is deafening. And today we're going to talk about that and what that means. What fans are really feeling. Let's remove emotion and look at structure. Fans don't just want updates, they want confidence. When the studios go silent after controversy, community backlash, feature gaps, broken expectations, silence doesn't calm people. It creates narratives. Silence doesn't calm people. It creates narratives. And when narratives fill the vacuum, control is gone. Right now, fans aren't asking for miracles. They're asking, is there a long-term vision? Is Undisputed 2 happening? Is realism actually being prioritized? Was feedback absorbed or ignored? And my thing right there with that, I can answer that for them. Was feedback absorbed or ignored? 99.8% it's been ignored. If it don't line up with the ideas that they have already, they've been ignored. When communication disappears, trust erodes quietly, not loudly, quietly. And that's more dangerous. Silence and game development strategy are red flag. There's only 3 reasons studios go silent. They are headed are heads down building. They are restructuring internally. They don't have answers yet. All three are understandable. But here's the problem. Silence without structure feels like abandonment. Look at comeback examples like No Man's Sky, Cyberpunk 2077. Those studios went quiet, but they came back with roadmaps, transparent updates, public accountability, measurable changes. Silence alone doesn't rebuild trust. Communication does. You don't have to show everything, but you have to show something. Boxing is different. This isn't a fantasy RPG. This isn't space exploration. This is boxing. And boxing fans are highly educated and nuanced. Clinching, inside fighting, footwork, referees, judging, career politics, belt ecosystem. When a boxing game lacks systematic depth, fans feel it instantly because the sport is layered. And if Undisputed One struggle with deep tendencies, authentic clinch systems, inside fighting, referee behavior complexity, career ecosystem depth, then silence about Undisputed 2 creates anxiety. Not hate, not anxiety. Fans are asking, are those systems being built brick by brick? Or are we getting visual polish again? What SEI should do right now? This is not an attack. This is a strategy. Here's what would calm the storm: a structured development roadmap, a feature confirmation matrix, a monthly dev vlog, even if small, a public authenticity framework, a statement acknowledging past gaps without defensiveness. You don't have to admit failure. You have to demonstrate evolution. Fans respect growth. They don't respect silence. Is this a turning point? The industry is watching. Boxers are watching. Competitors are watching. Because if Steel City disappears too long, something happens. Another studio enters, another publisher sees opportunity, and if someone builds a system heavy boxing simulation correctly, market share shifts fast. This is not about drama. It's about momentum. Momentum is fragile. This episode isn't about hate. It's pressure with purpose. Fans invest time. Fans invest money. Fans defend the game publicly. Silence after that feels personal. So I'll end this with, I'm not going to end the show. So I'll stop with this. SEI, where are you? If you're building something powerful, say it clearly. If you're restructuring, communicate it professionally. If you're planning a comeback, show the blueprint. Because in modern gaming, silence is not neutral. Silence is interpreted, and right now, the silence is deafening. All right, let me see. Let me see what y'all saying in the chat. Oh, man. Let me see. 100%, they can't describe someone they don't know. Laughing. Exactly. People like, they feel like they like really know me. Even though I be telling them certain things, people are like, even my friend that come on here, even though I don't like for them to don't put my name out there and stuff like that, But when he come on here, he even talk about how people in Florida know me. Because one of the either what gym was he at? I think it was called Fifth Precinct. He was one of the trainers there. And his name was Ham. They called him Raheem Ham. And he was talking to Papanosis. And he know me. He know I could fight. He tell you that I could fight. He could tell you I got a great record. Because I sparred a lot of his guys. And I fought a couple of them. But people always try to find a way to belittle you so they could silence you. Let me see. Leafy said, still no talk in the server from any of the devs. That's nuts. Yesterday, I forget his name, his real name that he originally had. His name in the developer is Pound for Pound, but he says it's some other name he used. It's I forget the name, but it's Pound for Pound. It's one of the developers. He was in there. He was like trying to rally people up, and he was saying, "Poe, he's trying to make me seem like I don't know what I'm talking about." And my thing is, how you gonna tell me what I talked about, even when I talked to Ash when we had conversation at the conversation? I didn't talk to Ash just one time. And the way he was saying it, like Ash just talked to me the way he made it, like Ash talked to me like probably 2 or 3 minutes. When I originally talked to Ash, we talked for at least 45 minutes. And he was telling me how he started the company. He told me all the things that he was going through. He's telling me all that, and the guy telling me like I didn't know it. And for one, he telling me how game development go. I was literally in game development. I can't help that the company is now defunct. I was literally there. Even with EA, they were teaching me, showing me things, making me understand certain things. It's like people try to find the loudest voice that they feel is the loudest voice or the most influential, and they try to silence him or bring him on board. My thing is, I would never be on board because y'all gonna try to silence me. That's why I never pushed to be a community manager or community moderator. That's why I never pushed for them roles, because you're not going to silence me. Even though Donnie, he does it, but he's not doing it like I used to do it. But shout out to Donnie. And while I'm doing the shout out to Don D 205. He's on Twitch, he's on Twitter, and he's on Instagram. Please follow him. And he does his show at 12:22 every night except for Sunday. 12:22 a.m. And shout out to Leafy for coming through. I'm not ending the show, but shout out to Leafy. Shout out to Boxing Lounge. Shout out to JMMA. Even though he helped trigger me yesterday. Shout out to JMMA. Shout out to Base. Shout out to AJ Pax. Shout out to Lamont Davis. He ain't here. He probably with the family. Salute to you. Shout out to E-Boxing Champions. Shout out to E-Sports Boxing. Shout out to who else be it? Mike Adams. He's not here. Shout out to Mike Adams. Shout out to who is Kanisi. Shout out to I'm forgetting y'all name, but y'all know y'all names. I appreciate y'all. And when y'all hear this video, please like, subscribe, and share this video, please. I don't care about the money, but to get people, it brings more people to the show. We get more conversations. We can get people to actually call into the show and I can interview him. We could have talking points. That's what I do it for. I don't do nothing. I don't do this stuff for money. All right. Let me see. What silence does to a community. Silence creates power vacuums. When leadership disappears publicly, Discord moderators become messengers. Developers become lightning rods. Fans become theorists. Critics become narrators. If you don't control the message, the message controls you. Who is driving the narrative right now? SCI or the community? Who is driving the narrative now? SCI or the community? Silence signals one of three things. I'm going to break this down calmly and analytically. They are rebuilding core systems. If true, that's good, but fans need reassurance. B, they are reconstructing internally. Ownership shifts, publisher pressure, funding changes. C, they don't have a cohesive direction yet. This is the most concerning possibility. If you don't know what Undisputed 2 is yet, fans can feel that. If you don't know what Undisputed 2 is yet, fans can feel that. Modern studios cannot operate like 2005. Modern studios cannot operate like 2005. In 2005, you could disappear for 18 months. In 2026, players expect dev transparency, roadmaps, systems previews, community polls, honest acknowledgement of shortcomings. Silence now reads as indifference. This is a boxing game, not a generic sports title. Boxing is uniquely sensitive to authenticity. Boxing is uniquely sensitive to authenticity. Boxing fans know the details. They notice incorrect foot positioning, lack of inside control, unrealistic stamina pacing, missing referee intervention logic, static AI tendencies. You cannot patch realism later. It must be systematic. If realism is marketed, realism must be architect. Undisputed 1, structural gap without attacking. I don't know how I'm going to do that, though. All right. Common community concerns. Clinching felt shallow. There was no clinching. Inside fighting lacked positional dominance logic. Referee behavior felt cosmetic. There is no referee in the ring. These are sarcastic. These two are sarcasm. Career mode lacked political equal death. Ecosystem death. Career mode lacked political ecosystem death. AI tendency weren't layered enough. There were not career mode. The career mode was bare, basic. And the same thing with the tendencies. We didn't see no tendency. There should definitely been tendency sliders in the game. The question fans are asking is simple. Are these being rebuilt or polished? The trust economy. Excuse me. Gaming is not just mechanics. It's about trust cycles, trust formula, expectation, delivering, adjustment, transparency. When the loop breaks, confidence drops. Talking points. Fans invest early. Fans defend the game publicly. Fans wait patiently. Fans provide structural feedback. What they receive in return feels minimal. Perception matters more than intent. Perception matters more than intent. Let me see what y'all saying in the chat. I think it's going to be a quick show, too. Excuse me. What SCI should communicate right now? What SCI should communicate right now? This is constructive. This is constructive strategy. Confirm direction. Confirm direction. Is Undisputed 2 a full rebuild, a system overhaul, a graphical sequel, a mechanical expansion? Ambiguity fuels doubt. Ambiguity fuels doubt. Confirm core systems. Confirm core systems. Fans want confirmation on deep clinch architecture, inside fighting position layers, advanced ref AI, adaptive AI tendencies, career eco-death, realistic fatigue modding. Even saying these systems are being redesigned from scratch changes perception instantly. A public publish a realistic frame. No, publish a realism framework, not marketing language. A structured authenticity manifesto define what realism means technically, what realism means completely, what realism means in career mode. That's set standards. The industry landscape is shifting. The industry landscape is shifting. This part is important. If SCI goes silent too long, three things happen. Publishers start studying the market. Other studios begin internal prototypes. Community loyalty fragments. Boxing gaming is not small. It is underserved. Boxing gaming is not small. It is underserved. An underserved market attract competitors. The next studio that gets the systems right owns the conversation. The next studio that gets the systems right owns the conversation. What the moment really is. This isn't collapse. This is a fork in the road. Option 1, return quality with incremental improvements. Option 2, return publicly with a systematic manifesto. One builds code, the other rebuilds trust. Community questions. Does silence make you more patient or more skeptical? Would a roadmap restore confidence? What three systems must be confirmed before you trust Undisputed 2? Do you believe SCI is rebuilding or regrouping? Oh, man. If you're building something transformative, say it clearly. If you're restructuring, communicate it professionally. If you're correcting past mistakes, own it strategically. Because right now, the community isn't angry. Because right now, the community isn't angry. They're unconcerned. And uncertainty spreads faster than negativity. Silence is powerful, but in this moment, silence feels deafening. Yeah, I'm about to check the chat and see what it's looking like. And then I'm about to bounce. Let me see. Dr. J 9035, appreciate you coming in. You stepping in here, I gotta give you at least 10 or 15 more minutes. I don't want to do you dirty like that. Let me see. Wait a second. Oh, man. All right. These are questions. Somebody said, why are you assuming silence is a bad thing? My answer, I'm not assuming it's bad. I'm saying silence is not neutral. In modern game development, communication is part of production. When a studio goes silent after communicating, they go silent after community backlash or structural concerns, players don't interpret it as patience. They interpret it as an uncertainty. Silence might mean they're building, but without context, fans fill in the blanks. And that's where trust erodes. Here's another question. Maybe they're just focused on development. My answer, that's possible. But development, focus, and communication are not mutually exclusive. Look at comebacks like No Man's Sky, Cyberpunk 2027. Both studios rebuilt quietly, but they eventually returned with structured transparency, roadmaps, patch notes, clear system overhaul. Silence forward by structure works. Silence without structure feels like avoidance. Are you saying Undisputed 2 is in trouble? That's another question. My answer is no. I'm not saying perception matters. No, I'm saying perception matters. If fans don't know what systems are being rebuilt, what realism means going forward, whether feedback change architecture, then doubt grows. And doubt hurts momentum because marketing even starts. And doubt hurts momentum before marketing even starts. This is about clarity, not panic. Why does communication matter so much for a boxing game? That's a question. Why does communication matter so much for a boxing game? My answer, because boxing is system sensitive. Fans notice clenched death, inside fighting physics, AI tendencies, referee intervention, career politics. This isn't cosmetic gaming. This isn't cosmetic gaming. It's realism is advertised. Realism must be engineered. When fans don't see signs of engineering upgrades, silence feel risky. Another question. Are fans overreacting? My answer, some always will. But structured criticism isn't overreacting. If a community is asking for deeper tendencies, authentic referee behavior, realistic fatigue, true positional control, that's not hate. That's demand for simulation integrity. Silence doesn't validate or invalidate that demand. It just suspends it. Another question. What would instantly calm the community? Let me see what y'all saying in the chat. All right, nothing. All right. My answer, 5 things. 1, a confirmed development direction. Number 2, a system-focused roadmap. Number 3, monthly dev communication, even small. Number 4, a public realism framework. A public realism framework. Number 5, acknowledgement of past gaps without defensiveness. Acknowledgement of past gaps without defensiveness. Transparency doesn't weaken studios. It strengthens them. What if they legally can't talk right now? Then say that. A simple statement. We're currently restructuring and will share more when possible. We're currently restructuring and will share more when possible. Silence invites speculation. Brief clarity preserves it. Somebody wrote, are you attacking SCI? My answer is no. I want boxing represented correctly. Pressure is not hate. Accountability is not hostility. Studios that survive long-term understand that critical communities are invested communities. Indifference is the real danger. Another question. Do you think another company will enter the space? My answer, if the demand remains unmet long enough, yes. Market responds to gaps. Boxing has history. It has global interest. It has systematic death waiting to be explored. The first studio that truly architects realism at a systems level will control the genre conversation. Excuse me, a little tired. When I get aggravated about something, sometimes it's like, I guess it's a defense mechanism. I guess it's like my body saying, sleep it off, take a nap. All right. So people ask me, what's my final stance? My answer is silence isn't proof of failure. Build it as silence isn't proof of failure. but it is a strategic risk. And right now, the community wants reassurance, not hype, not promises, reassurance that the next version is it's being built brick by brick. Because if you market realism, you must design realism. And if you disappear after controversy, you must return with structure. All right, that's the end. Let me see what y'all saying in the chat. Hopefully nobody else popped up in here. All right. Salute to Dr. J for popping in. Salute to Leafy for popping in. Salute to Boxing Lounge for popping in. Salute to everybody that popped in. If y'all pop in late, please still hit the like button so we can get eyeballs on the show and I can get more people to come on the show. Because they will risk it for the biscuit if we had a lot of people on the show. That's how a lot of guys do it. They even, my thing is I can even blur out their image and I got a voice change and everything. Come on the show. If you don't want to be known, you won't be known. But until the next show, which is tomorrow, come on, man. I'm Precisely, man. How you gonna pop up in here, man, when I was about to leave? Appreciate you, man, for popping up, but I'm about to leave out. Had a rough patch today. But yeah, salute to you on Precisely. I appreciate you popping through. You hear every day technically, but I appreciate you, man. Yeah. So, shout out to everybody. Shout out to Don D205. He's on Twitch, Instagram, and Twitter. Please follow the brother. And this show is at 12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. 12:22 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. But it's a.m. Remember that. All right, y'all. So I'm about to get out of here. And peace to everybody that showed up. And I wish I could have said more. So I could entertain on Precisely, but Poe was a little tired today. I ain't even hit the hour mark, and I'm stepping off. But I'm a little tired, and today was kind of like crazy for me. But that's neither here or there. About to take me a quick nap. Quick nap probably turn into probably like 2 or 3 hours. But salute to everybody. I appreciate y'all. Love from the brother Big Poe. And peace. Peace to the next show. Excuse me.